Hello YouTube, finally I'm connected. Hopefully this video will save. I don't know, YouTube's being... Anyway, today we're going to talk about sex. And not just sex, but sex with a transsexual male. Well, I have been in this situation, and maybe some of you have too. You know, the trans people, or people who have been with trans people, where you find them cute, you find them cute, you've known each other for a while, it gets time to engage in that part of the relationship, and you make out, you're getting hot, you're getting hard, you're getting excited, then all of a sudden, you don't know what to do, and you don't know what to tell them, because they give you that scared deer in a headlight look, and they're like, what do you want? And then you're all like, I don't know, do something. And then they're all like, but I don't. And then usually nothing ends up happening. So, well, not usually. Usually. So today we're going to talk about sex. And we're going to talk about safe sex. Let's see. First off, just because you're the trans person doesn't automatically mean that they're a bottom. If it's a trans guy, doesn't mean they're a bottom. If it's a trans girl, doesn't mean they're a top. Or doesn't mean they're a bottom. They are what they are, and sexually speaking, they will pick whatever they're comfortable with. I myself am versatile. Versatile top. So, I'm going to talk about some stuff that I've done. I will keep this PG-13. I'm sorry. First off, there's a couple things you need here. Popping, which I like to do. One of the things that I find essential is I don't like that whole strap-on thing. That thing is just, I don't know, it screams lesbian, and don't get me wrong, lesbians are cool, but, you know, trying for some masculinity, I'm completely male. So I had a friend of mine make a custom harness out of leather. This is a cock ring, and this is what holds the prosthetic to me. This fits around, and this is lovely. Fits behind my crack, up, under, and connects like that. So I thrust. This nice little leather thing rubs the little guy, and 9 times out of 10 I can get off. And speaking of prosthetics, and I mean prosthetics, not dildos, there are a variety on the market. My personal favorite is the Vic Skin Bandit. Oh, look at its majesty. Oh, it's got balls. Now, the flat ball design actually has a more lifelike thrust when it sits flush against your body. It actually has a little bit of an erection as it is held by the cock ring right there. And the thing about Vic Skin is it is pretty much as real as you can get it feeling wise. Like, this actually feels like skin. It gives like skin. You can squeeze it. And one of my favorite pastimes. Okay, enough of that. And of course, if you are having sex with a prosthetic, condoms are great. You should always use a condom with a prosthetic. You should use a condom anyway if you're having some kind of penetrative sex. But this keeps bacteria from the little ridges. It protects your prosthetic for the life of your prosthetic because you don't have that wearing away erosion thing. And speaking of erosion, that brings me to lubricants. You should always use a water-based lubricant because if you use an oil-based or petroleum-based lubricant, it can actually wear out the lining of your prosthetic. And I had a Cyberskin one that I made that mistake with, and the ball part melted basically away, and my testicles fell out onto the floor. That was embarrassing. Don't be that guy. This is the lube I like to use. It's water-based. It's called leather. And it's called leather because it smells like leather. And not only does it smell like leather, but it leaves your room with a very nice aroma when you're done. Now, if we're doing anal, which 9 times out of 10 trans guys prefer anal, they don't want to mess with the other. You do not see the other hole. The other hole does not exist to you. That leaves me to vinyl gloves. Priming is your friend. Put one of these bad boys on, put some lube on it, put 2 in the stink, have a good day. Now, if you want to relax a little bit before going into anal, there is saran wrap. You must use the heavy-duty premium saran wrap, not the microwavable kind, not the cheap kind. That will not help you against STDs. Now, that's very complicated, and that's one kind of sex. Well, sometimes you can't get off that way. All right. There are devices that have been invented, and hopefully more will be invented, that help you and your partner get off at the same time. One of them is the Fieldo. See, Majesty. Looks kind of like an alien sex device. It's an anal probe. Going to flip your cows inside out. Okay, anyway, enough of that. Well, it was designed originally for lesbian use. Lesbian A sticks this in the vagina, lesbian B sticks that into the vagina, and, you know, they do. That's how that's supposed to work. Well, trans guys could either do it that way, if you want to, or trans guy A can put it in the other hole, and trans guy B can put it in the anus. Or, my favorite, which is more fun, trans guy, the receiver, lays down, and the top puts this end, the bulbed end, into the anus. So you get left with this little bit sticking up, right? So then the other guy, the top, can sit on this, and as he thrusts, he can rub his little guy on the back and butt of the partner and get the sensation while he thrusts of thrusting a penis into this person. So then they're getting anal, they're getting penetration, and they're getting off. This is fun. This is really, really fun. I hate that it looks like an alien sex device, but this is really, really fun. Change the color. Whoever manufactures this. The little vibe thing in there only lasts for one try anyway, and then it dies. Vibes. This is another way you and your friend can get together and get off. The Hitachi Magic Wand. Oh yeah, this is fun. Put that in between your little guy and their little guy, or your little guy and her clit, or your little guy and his testicles, and turn it on. Plugs into the wall. Do a little rubby thrust action, and you're both going to get off. And then there's good old digititis, man. Kiss your partner, kiss your trans guy, and then grab his dick and just start yanking, just rubbing, you know, jerk him off. Jerk him off while you kiss him. That's romantic. Do that. You know, and if they're into it, you could also kiss them and, you know, give a little anal play if you want. That works. That works for some people. And then there is, you know, oral sex. Now, I personally wouldn't recommend oral sex with somebody who's not a steady partner. Yeah, I'm more of a serial monogamist. I prefer steady partner. But, yeah, you know, just because it's, you know, that big when it's erect, it still has the same number of nerves. Just means you won't gag when you're going and sucking my pole. I mean, come on. But, yeah, good times for everybody. I hope that cleared up some stuff. And, you know, if anybody knows of a better way, email it to me. Because I'd like to learn. But anyway, one more note before I get off. Talc, aka baby powder. This is good for, like, packies and for, you know, prosthetics when you're storing them. But if you're not using a condom, you don't want to put this on if you have a female partner, because